Multi-talented, multitasking, multi-everything people out there. Take it away.
Find your glory, write your story, fearless feet will carry you. Time you own it, take your moment, be a fire burning through. Hustling from night until morning, grinding it out, it won't be long. Feel your power, it's your hour, you inspire, you are strong.
Enjoy your Zoa. No applause? You're all fired.
Hey, good morning, America. Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Money. Are you ready? They are ready. Covering the biggest events in the country right now.
There's a lot going on here.
It's always a good time. That's what the show's about.
That's good.
Really good. Very good.
Coming in hot, Jimmy, coming in hot.
It's far from elementary.
Oh.
Good morning, America. I'm not going to try to strut like Michael or anything.
I have known George a long, long time.
Have you ever gotten him to dance?
Look at that face.
You don't just see it, you feel it.
I'm in.
I'm in.
I'm in too.
I'll be there.
I am here and so happy.
I'm in.
I'm in too.
I'm in.
That tells you something when Snoop Dogg's in. Michael, George, Lara, Ginger.
Prepare for a journey beyond imagination, beyond belief, beyond anything you've experienced before. Universal Epic Universe, a new theme park where you'll step through extraordinary portals to 5 immersive worlds. Prepare for a cosmic voyage of discovery, an isle of fire-breathing excitement, a shadowy world of monsters and mystery, new wonders in the wizarding world, and a new way to play. Plus the splendor of a magnificent resort hotel overlooking the park. It's all new excitement at Universal Orlando Resort. A week's worth of vacation thrills with 4 amazing theme parks, a variety of spectacular themed hotels, and incredible dining and entertainment. It's all at Universal Orlando Resort, where you'll find new adventures every day. Explore the astonishing worlds of Universal Epic Universe at Universal Orlando Resort.
Well, hello to you, and welcome into another edition of Brooklyn's Virtual Tour Live. Glad to have all you here. Happy 4th of July to those who are celebrating it. Happy Juneteenth to the black people, okay? Listen, it is all good in the neighborhood here. We're here to talk about some Nelly and Ashanti. We Belong Together, Season 1, Episode 1, Breakup to Makeup. As you guys know, we've been talking about Nelly and Ashanti here and there. But of course, you know, I was going to review the show anyway, so let's get to it. Higher is waiting, low is available. But either way, we are live on tour. Let me take down this iconic intro here. You see that virtual tour background? Yes, you do. You hear that virtual tour music? Yes, you do. And then there is me. Hey, everybody. Welcome and glad to have all of you here. Let's get to getting and doing what we do here. Oh, my Lord Jesus. So Nelly and Ashanti, We Belong Together, Season 1, Episode 1, Breakup to Makeup. So we are, you know, opening shot, Long Island, New York. Not New York, New York. Okay. And so they got tours going on, records, babies, practice babies, and got the ring. And so, you know, we're seeing Nelly and Ashanti after an event, and it's the first time that Ashanti's been in her hair and makeup since the baby. So Nelly is flirting with his wife, but Ashanti's mom, Tina, is in the back. Now, listen, I'm gonna be real with you. Like, that's the fireworks are going on behind us, ladies and gentlemen. I've thought about this, right? Like, one of my favorite people is Candace Glover. Like, y'all know I talk about her all the time. You know, the Zingamani as well. I always wondered that, like, how would that work if I dated someone famous and end up marrying someone famous, right? And their momager, right, is in the back seat with us, and I'm like, hey, listen, Jacob, you look at scrumdiddly. Let me tell you something. I'm gonna give me some big waffles tonight. That syrup is gonna be dripping, and the mom is just in the back, just like, hello, just. But you know, but Tina has known both of them for a very long time, right? So water under the bridge. So then Ashanti wants to go to Lovelock Bridge in Paris, France, where they actually write their names on locks, and then they throw the key in the water in Paris, France. And we have a Lovelock Bridge. I don't think people throw keys into the river, but we do have that in the town that I live in, right? And it's really cool. I actually did it one time with one of my exes. I literally wrote down their name and my name and put it there, and it's really cool. And when you walk down the street and see all those locks of different couples and stuff like that, it really is symbolic of, you know, people who are in love, and, you know, a time period of people who have been in love and what could be of love, you know what I mean? So it's a beautiful thing. Shout out to Lovelock Bridge. And then Nelly, why did you say this, bro? Like, really, he said the bridge is gonna fall down with all that weight. I'm like, Lord Jesus, Nelly, you can't say that, bro, because it's coming off as like you gained a lot of weight. But Nelly did say that the weight, you know, blessed him too. You know, leave the thighs, right? So, oh my God. So then that surprise birthday party that we all saw on social media, it's in the first episode. And it was very, very beautiful. Like, they did that so nicely. Let me tell you, the brothers on the steel drums, well done to y'all. Like, I would love to learn how to actually play the steel drums sometimes. And honestly, that and the saxophone, two of my favorite instruments, honestly. So Nelly's mom and dad divorced, and then he lived with others over the years. And Nelly always appreciated Ashanti's family unity, right? And I will say this, you know what you do and do what you know, right? And I always think of that, like, if you have never been around a family, how do you know how to embrace family, right? And it was nice to see that, you know what I mean, that it wasn't just the glitz and the glam and everything else, but we actually had a human moment of, like, I really appreciate it, you know, not just her, but who was around her, right? So I thought that was very sweet. The first time that Ashanti and Nelly met were the Grammys in 2003. Nelly asked for the autograph, and then there was a source code. And Nelly was like the rest of us, like, damn, who is this person? Where did she come from? But unlike myself and you, Nelly actually had access. So there it is there. And then Ashanti said his eyes, his mouth, he was cute. I forgot about everything else. And so the steel drums, the way that they were making it do what it do, was bars. Do you hear me? It was amazing. So Nelly and Ashanti were still trying to find themselves early in their careers and in their personal life. So Ashanti lives in New York and Nelly lives in St. Louis, right? So they hate each other for a very long time. Nelly felt a way about some of the things Ashanti did back in the day. And then Versus in 2021. Y'all remember Versus, right? The big music platform that is apparently going to be on Twitter, but no one has seen one Versus yet. So I think they should have moved it to ABC because, you know, the Grammys will be coming over, I think, in 2026 or 2027. Either way, that would have been big on ABC. But like I said, Timberland Swiss Beats behind the 8 ball. So the thing was, Fat Joe had Nelly as a special guest. Ashanti had no idea, right? And so Tina was pissed, absolutely pissed. She was on her phone and looked up. It was like, and then I'm waiting till the 10-minute mark because the reaction that Tina had to Nelly. And this is what Tina said to Ashanti. I saw that motherfucker. I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. Whoa. And then there was the hug, right? And, you know, Nelly was talking about the type of pat that was going on. And he was like, you see that rub down? That was like, I missed you and all that. And Ashanti was like, no, that rub was like, we're good. Everything's okay. I'm not mad anymore. So there was a hug interpretation contest going on. Brother, listen. If Ashanti was hugging me, Ashanti hugged Braylon Lee. Okay? Listen, we don't give a damn what type of hug it was. Mama say, Mama Sama, Makusa. Okay? Listen, I am zippity doo dah day. Hakuna Matata energy. Ashanti hugged Braylon Lee. I don't give a damn what type of rub it was. Damn it. That's just me, though. But Nelly was really about the hug, man. He really was. So, like I said, in 6 years, they haven't spoke. And so, yeah. So after that, right, you know, Tina was finally relaxed when Ashanti was relaxed. And 10 years ago, it was going to be a proposal, but, you know, Ashanti and Nelly both weren't ready. And then December 27th, 2023, you know, they got married. And at the party, hey, Nikki News, good to see you, my friend. And then at the birthday party, Nelly said, now, you know, the baby is just hers. Now, it's like, Nelly, hold on now. Hold on a second. Hold on one damn second, bro. You can't do that. You can't do that. You can't do that, bro. Like, it's your child too, bro. Like, what the hell? So then the next scene, right? And by the way, can I just say, I really like the style of this show. They are embracing where they are in New York, and it's a very colorful world. Like, you have the, let me show y'all here. Oh, I can't do it because no one's up here with me. But in this format, it will be split screen. So like one person here, but it would be 1, 2, 3, 4 bars. And with the colors and everything, it was great. I really love that style. And it felt inviting. You know what I mean? Because can we be honest with Roa? I know this is a sidebar, but it relates back to the show. Did y'all listen? I'm glad you're reviewing this, so I don't have to watch it. Well, listen, as you know, Nikki News, because, you know, in the words of Anonymous T.
Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing.
One more time, Anonymous T.
Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content.
One more time for the one more time, if you could.
Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content.
Okay. So, you know, I mean, that's what we do. Let me tell you something. I love me some Anonymous T. And as soon as she did that, I'm like, oh, I'm going to use this clip. And y'all, and I don't know if y'all noticed, but like at the end of every show now, I end it with that. That's just a little wink to all the one-trick ponies out there that think they're content creators, but they ain't shit. And here's the gag, because I always find other content, I can play that clip anytime I want. Shocker. When you do what you're supposed to do, you can't talk about nobody. What a shocking concept. I mean, man. By the way, y'all, I know I'm so far behind on Beyond the Gates. I know they got new episodes coming on the 7th, child. I don't know if I'm ever going to catch up. I know. Here's the thing. Like, I've been wanting to do a poll to see if y'all really want the reviews. Like, the trial is over. So what I may end up doing on Thursdays is just, you know, going, because I do have notes from all the other episodes, right? It's just on Thursdays going in and just recording episodes and then uploading them. So if you guys are down, okay, for, you know, not old commentary, okay, but, you know, my commentary on Beyond the Gates, y'all just let me know, okay, in the comment section in this video and the live chat. I'm sure Nikki was like, I've been waiting. But she still loves her nephew, though. You know what I mean? Just, let me tell you something. That trial took up everything, okay? And one of my friends said, you didn't have to go live every day at 6. I'm like, I don't think you understand. how culturally sound we are as a channel, that we cover what the culture is on tour about. And so I had to be responsible in covering it. There was no way that I was not going to cover that. And y'all, let me tell you something. I did 10 shows a week. Count 11 shows with the Never Ever Mets. All live shows, not taped, live content, okay? So believe me, when I tell you that we're about our business over here, we don't just talk about it, we be about it. So just want to say, but if you guys are down for that, I'll try to do Thursdays and upload my content. Now it's going to be, some episodes behind, okay? Because I haven't seen everything that's been happening at Fairmont Crest, but that's neither here nor there, okay? But you still get content every day. Every day, good Lord. All right, so back to our show here, back to our action. So, like I said, now we're with Ashanti, and she was breastfeeding, and there was this black kids show, I think from YouTube, on their TV, and Ashanti was holding, 2 bottles with, I'm not going the takers. I'm just gonna say that they take. Okay, I'm trying to be respectful here, all right? But Ashanti was breastfeeding, so she was dancing to the song, and Nelly also was dancing to it, and the producer, right, in the confessional asked, "Was this child planned or was it an oops, baby?" Now, hang on a second. If I could talk to that producer, I would have said, did y'all plan for this baby or was this a happy surprise? That's the way I would have done it, because even though we don't know that producer's name, right? You don't call anybody's, mama cub a oops baby. Okay, you just don't do that, because you listen, you think, okay, if you think that a woman not getting a handbag, like Toya said on Married to Medicine, when she said having a Coach purse or whatever type of purse she had was harder than her having kids, no. If you go after a mama bear and her cub, there's no hope for you. The casket, the funeral home, and your, taking care of arrangements for your body will be done the same day. Do not mess with a mama bear and her cub. So I'm just like, bro, what are we asking this for? And so, Ashanti was ready for motherhood, and Nelly said, well, it's not like we were not trying to get pregnant. And so Ashanti did something that I really loved, right? She said to the executive producer that, KK, head, hands, and feet. That's all you get. And you know what? I really respect that. And we saw OG. And if you don't know who OJI is, he was the executive producer on the Braxtons. So I'm like, okay, then, all right. Now, Kelly Farrell, the one who's in almost $30,000 of credit card debt, but yet you talked about your friend Britt Edie and her being thirsty and stuff. You saw that executive producer went to another show, but it can still go back to Braxton's, just like your glam team could work with you and then go to Britt. I'm just saying. I mean, you and Portia got a sharing problem. Portia didn't want to share Dennis with anybody. You didn't want to share your glam team. Y'all got sharing problems, but you probably didn't share growing up, so you were just a selfish brat. But that's neither here nor there. Moving on. But I thought that was cool to actually see OG, the executive producer from the Braxtons, in the show. So this apartment that they're in is a temporary apartment in Long Island. And the furniture they have is not good furniture. And I'm just like, y'all are Nelly and Ashanti. Where's the brand deal for the furniture? Like, is that just me? So then they need to get a bed. So they go to this place called Hastings, right? Let me see if I can bring up Hastings. Because I've never heard of this place before. And obviously neither has Nelly. Okay, so to give y'all a clue about Hastings, hang on, let me pull up their beds here. Because shout that this scene almost took me out. It really, really did. Okay, hang on. Let me see here. So here's Hastings right here. So this is Hastings. So this is a Swedish manufacturer established in 1852 that produces and trades in high-end mattresses, bed linen, bedding, pillows, and lifestyle accessories. The company was founded by Per Adolf Jansen in 1852 as a silent business, as a family-owned company. Now, I want you to keep that in mind because we're going to look at the website. And y'all, when I tell y'all the prices of these beds, they're quite ridiculous. They're quite ridiculous in price, okay? I'm just going to say that right now, okay? So with that being said, let's get to it because this is not making any sense to me at all. So when you go to Hastings, you have to make an appointment, right? You have to make an appointment to go into the store to find a bed. And they have these people that professionally tuck you in. And so they don't call these beds, they call these instruments. And I'm just like, wait a minute, what? You call a bed an instrument? In the words of, you know what, hang on. Because I have to do this. I have to do this. Because this is the only reference that comes to mind. Oh, y'all are not going to like me for this. Here we go. Shout out to SpongeBob SquarePants. Here we go.
People, settle down. Okay, now, how many of you have played musical instruments before?
Do instruments of torture count?
No.
Is mayonnaise an instrument?
No, Patrick, mayonnaise is not an instrument. Horseradish is not an instrument either. That's fine.
That was the first thing I thought of. When they said, we don't call these beds, we called them instruments. I'm like, okay, all right, that's cool. That's cool. So with that being said, this instrument that Ashanti and Nelly are laying in, when it came to asking about the price, this man named Charles said that this bed costed $76,000. Nelly got about the bed so quick. He said, get your behind out these people's bed. And his whole St. Louis ass came out. And I'm just like, you know what, Nelly? I'm not mad at you. Because for $76,000, that's a lot of money. Okay. Where I'm at in my life, I would rather have $76,000. Okay, that's just me. You know, God forbid I have an opinion, but that's just me. I would rather have $76,000. Okay, but that's not all. That's not all. Okay. So then the price starts at $25,000 for a king bed, right? And then it goes up to $1 million. For one bed. So imagine if you sold 10 beds in a day. That's $10 million. And then if you get your cut, that could be what? Maybe $500,000 from each bed. So if you do 500,000. Like I said, I'm spitballing here, y'all. Don't quote me, okay? Please no. So $500,000 times 10. That's about $5 million. Not too bad of commission if you're selling beds. Hey, Colton James, good to see you, good sir. Hopefully all is well with you. So yeah, and then the next bed that they sleep in is $315,000. And Nelly says, I need to see the clear section. And I feel you. I feel you. So here are some of the beds, okay, ladies and gentlemen. This is Hastings right here. So, child, okay, it's gonna play. Okay, well, I have a play button. It's not gonna play. What is this? Oh, there we go.
Why Hastings? Well, we are here on a mission to make this world better. Ever since my grandfather's grandfather founded Hastings more than 170 years ago, we've been on this mission. Now we have once again also worked with Ferris Raffaoli, creating another piece. We call this.
I mean, I've never seen a luxurious video for a bed before, but this is something. I mean, man.
The dreamer. The dreamer is a new bed where we are on an even higher level of what we could create or what we can create ever before. And we do this because of you. Because yes. Imagine when you sleep, if you can just be a little better. Maybe restore your health even a little better. Maybe have all the benefits of an amazing.
I mean, he really is selling it, though. I have to give it to him. $76,000 for a bed. You know, the first thing I thought of, y'all, I thought a sleep number bed and how you can get a sleep number bed for cheap. Like, I'm sorry, just.
How you sleep is essential in this. You know, when you sleep, and dream, everything changes.
I think this is close to the end of the video, yo. Are you serious? Child, we're not about to watch this whole 6-minute video. Y'all get the point. It's a bed, okay? Now, now here it is here, okay? Listen. So you have the Hastings Excel for $16,580. But they can get up there. So this bed right here is $349,990. This one bed. That one bed. That one bed. Okay. But have no fear. There is a cheaper option for everyone. Okay. This one, the Hastings Marquise, for $5,240. Okay. So listen, there's options for everybody. Okay. But we're not Nelly and Ashanti rich. Okay. So not hating on Nelly and Ashanti, y'all, but like I felt Nelly. Like now, I know Nelly is gonna get dragged later this season. Okay, I might have to give it to y'all Friday and Sundays because I want to tap in with y'all like that, right? Or we might do Friday, Saturday, depending on how I'm feeling. Okay, because I really want to see where this goes. But no. You know what? Just give me $349,999. Just give me that as a check. Make sure it clears, and I'll just take that. Because here's the thing, right? Sleep number bed. Let me show y'all sleep number. Okay, and that's Stearns and Foster. No, that's okay. We don't want Stearns and Foster right now. And honestly, tell you the truth, like, here's the thing. When I thought about Nelly and Ashanti, I'm just like, why are there no brand deals? Like, I know people don't really like that type of stuff when it comes to celebrities because it's like, my Lord, you can afford it. But like, also too, if you got it, you got it, right? So here it is here. This is the sleep number bed. And I have a funny story. I was at McCain Mall, went to this where they actually find your number and stuff, so you can actually test out the bed. I'm like, y'all go ahead, walk around the store. And you know what my dad did? The dad that I love so much. You know what he did? He said, Brain, you got sleep number money? And I did not want to tell him the answer. And I'm sure Nikki News on Narcissism knows what the answer is. I'm sure her husband knows what the answer is because they have children. And of course, when you are a kid, you don't have to pay for anything. So, I just kept my mouth shut because I didn't want to give him that win. I really did. And when I eventually said no, he said, get about this bed. But I'm like, we ain't got this at the house. What you want me to do? So here's the sleep number bed, y'all. So here it is here. Okay. Now, here's the cool thing, right? So you can adjust your firmness, and they're not paying me for this, okay? You can adjust your firmness, advanced cooling, track your sleep, stay asleep longer, right? So the classic starts out at $1,000. Performance starts at $2,160. Innovation starts at $3,200 for a queen. Memory foam at queen, $3,999. Climate control base here, okay? And then Climate 360. Okay. Now, honestly, if I click on Climate 360, look at that, $7,999. Usually about $10,000. Why in the hell are you spending $76,000? But hey, listen, to each their own. To each their own. To each their own. Oh, now that's new. By the way, y'all, if you are using StreamYard Studio, they have this new thing where if a guest comes up, you can check their levels and stuff. So like right now, backstage, it shows my audio level, and I can see that's good. And also too, if I click these mics here, I can go into edit mic settings. I can disable my camera. I can edit my name and headline avatar too, or edit it. So it's really cool. So shout out to StreamYard. So that's something new in case you didn't know. All right, a lot going on here. So after the expensive bedding, we see Tim B, who is Ashanti stylist, and Bree is KK's nanny. And Ashanti was a borrower for Mottown Christmas. That was inspired. Yes, this was before the law. And Ava Bailey. So Ashanti has reservations about it because she doesn't want to be from KK too long, new mommy brain and everything else. So Tim B was like, I hope that that's not the fit we got. And she's like, child, I've grown I've grown a factory on me in so many words. And so Ashanti wishes that there were virtual try-ons, so that way you wouldn't have to, go through the stress of trying things on, seeing if it doesn't fit, and then being frustrated. But the silver dress looked fire. I mean, honestly, tell you the truth, I'm gonna show you my favorite picture of them. Hang on. Because let me tell you something. This picture right here. This picture right here. I gotta tell you something. She looked like Princess Jasmine's mama. Okay, I'm just gonna say she looked like Princess Jasmine's mama. Right. This picture right here. Child, Lord Jesus, Lord, be a fence around me every day. Let me tell you something. Nelly, don't you go to Dubai, bro. Don't you go to Dubai, because you will have your ass locked up with all that fineness. You can't show no types of affection in Dubai. There will be no way. If I was Ashanti's husband, there's no way I would not be touching all over Ashanti. Okay, ain't no way in hell. Okay, I'm just gonna keep it a buck with y'all right now. All right. So listen. So after all that, they're at the 388 restaurant, and there's this waiter that is very familiar with both of them, and Ashanti has a special at that restaurant, right? So I'm sure people now are going to that restaurant saying, hey, can I get the Ashanti special? And it's like, that's for Ashanti. Okay, and what's your point? I'm a customer. I bet you somebody's already done it, though. So then Charles called Ashanti, and we learned something from Nelly that apparently his mom put wine in his bottle to make him go asleep. He was a child. I'm like, in the words of Mario, I don't think you can do that. I don't think you can. And Ashanti is afraid to leave Kareem, Kadeem, Hayes, or KK. And so, she's worried about, milk supply, his health, this, that, and third. And then Nelly says, you are the store. I'm like, bro, of course she knows that, dude. I mean, we just clearly saw it, okay? But you can't say the quiet part out loud. I can say that, right? Because, listen, I'm reviewing the show. I see the beauty that we all see, right? But you can't say that, though, because it's your wife. Your wife. Okay. Now, if you want to be a customer at the store, off camera, then go, fly away, be free. You know what I mean? So, but anyway, so Ashanti doesn't want to ride a commercial flight, right? So she's thinking of taking a bus ride from New York City or New York to LA. Now let's look at a bus ride. Okay, let's do that real quick. Bus ride from New York to California. That's what we're looking for. And how long it is. Ooh, Lord. Okay, so I'm gonna show y'all this. And you will have to head out pretty early for this. This was not gonna work. She was going to have to fly. Y'all look at this right here. So the trip from New York to Los Angeles can be as quick as 60 hours and 30 minutes. A bus ride from New York to California takes typically 2 to 3 days. Yeah, no, you won't have to fly, child. You were going to have to fly. So after all that, Ashanti really doesn't want to do it. And Nelly says, you can leave the baby with me. And Ashanti says, I can't leave KK with you, not until he's 10. And so, there's this back and forth between Ashanti and Nelly of where they're going to live. And the Hayes will not be set up shop in New York. So I remember when an interview came out when Nelly said that he only married Ashanti because they got pregnant. And we recently talked about how later on in the show where he says that until their son starts talking that all the duties are going to go to Ashanti, right? And now in this first episode, you're already saying that you're not going to be setting up shop in New York. I am sure, right, that your family will understand that you have a wife and kid, right? Most families are pretty understanding. But to be flying back and forth from St. Louis to New York, that costs some money, right? And, you know, in the words of Whitney Houston, where do broken hearts go? Do they find their way home? If you're not in the home, the heart is going to be fondering for what it wants right now. I believe Ashanti is a good woman, okay, from what we've seen. I don't believe she was straight. That don't mean she ain't human. You know what I mean? But yeah. So then Ashanti is making milk, and Lulu and Cliffy, the dogs, come through. Ashanti is still nervous about Mottown Christmas special. Debbie Allen's the choreographer. And, you know, Tina was the person that made momager because she combined mom and anger, because when you make me angry, then my mom has to come out. The mom side of me has to come out. I thought that was very clever, right? So Ashanti needs choreography, just wants the choreography to be simple. And she needs a big teleprompter. Now, for those of you who don't know, wait a minute, what do you mean that singers use teleprompters? Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Actually, when we talked about Beyonce on Brandon's virtual tour live, and we saw the car situation happen, in the TikTok, you actually saw a prompter with the lyrics to Beyonce's song. Yeah, teleprompters are huge in the media industry. Now, of course, on this show right here, there is no teleprompter. So I will say the only teleprompter I ever use, and Nikki News and Narcissist knows this, and also too Colton knows this, and everybody who knows me knows this. The only teleprompter I have is the 7 to 8 destinations. That's the only teleprompter I have. Other than that, everything else is off the top of the dome. That's it. So this whole review is off the dome, and the teleprompter I have is the notes I took. Everything else is from here. But yeah, so Ashanti wants a big teleprompter and just choreography for her. And I love the fact that they can use their own music on the show, so they can't really, they can't be sued or anything, because if they use Ashanti's discography and Nelly's discography, they can always have the right transitions, and was Must Be the Money. If you want to take a ride with me, and then transition into Must Be the Money. So there are 3 songs for Ashanti to learn, and Ashanti's not feeling it. Usually when Ashanti's not feeling something, she zens and comes back in the words of her mom, Tina. But then she didn't zen back, and so there was a contract signed. Now, here's the thing, right? If Ashanti does not want to do it, it's not going to be any knock on her, because Ashanti's Ashanti. However, if you did sign a contract, then you should honor the contract. That's my opinion. But then again, I'm not a woman. I'm not a mom. Okay, so Ashanti has the right to feel how she feels, but she also is professionally responsible for a commitment that she made, right? So listen, we can like somebody, still call them out for what they do. So something was in the back of the trunk. I think they might have gotten some food or something. Mom is going to come back with a plan, that whatever decision Ashanti makes, that's what's going to happen. So then the preview for the season, new baby, new shows, new tours. And then Tina said that before the baby, he was always about work. So I think it was about Nelly. Then Irv Gotti passing, that comes up with Angie Martinez. And y'all, Ashanti thought that it was a bad idea for Nelly to perform at the inauguration. To the point where when the producer asked, so why do you think that this is a bad idea? Next, that was Ashanti's words. Then, of course, Nelly is bringing back apple bottoms. And he said, of course, I'm all about the money with apple bottoms. Bruh, this is 2025. People love storytelling. They love a brand. They love something that they can invest in. Them hearing you say that you're about the money for bringing back apple bottom jeans, that may not turn out in your favor, bro, from a marketing standpoint. But hey, I'm just a black man talking on YouTube. So then Nelly's going on the Where the Party At tour, and Ashanti's like, he is not going to go on tour and not wear his wedding ring. And then finally they get the family together for the first time. And then, Nelly said, "You're not talking about, divorcing me, are you?" So that is the first episode of Nelly and Ashanti, We Belong Together, season 1, episode 1, Breakup to Makeup. Jam-packed episode for the first one, I have to tell you. Like I said, here's the thing. If I am in media and I'm married, I'm wearing that ring. That's she made the commitment to me. I made the commitment to her. And, Nelly could say, well, it's about the fantasy and, women still want me, all that stuff. But bruh, you got the picture we showed. Why would you want to mess that up? I'm just saying, why in the hell would you want to mess that up? I'm just keeping it up. I love the fact that we got to see Ashanti, human in her response, to the Mottown Christmas, to see that she didn't want to do it because she didn't want to be away from her baby, but also too, she made a commitment. And so, seeing that mother-daughter relationship, right? Very, very well done there. I thought the bed scene was quite funny for $76,000 for a bed. Like Nicki Newsom Narcissism said, that is way too expensive. And then, hearing about how they got back together and seeing the process of how they're going to be together is quite interesting. So that is the first episode. We're going to take a little bit of a commercial break, and we will be back right after this. We are live on tour. Like, comment, share, subscribe. We'll be back right after this. Roll it.
Open your eyes.
Think of the one place you've always wanted to see.
This is where our magic comes from?
They say if you dream a thing more than once,
Please, please, please.
it's sure to come true.
Everything you see exists together in the great circle of life.
There are stories about what happened.
It's true. All of it.
In every job that must be done, there is an element of fun.
I told you she was tricky.
Life is full of possibilities. What do you want to be remembered for?
The world is in our hands, and we gotta do something with it.
I just want to say a word of thanks to all the artists, the workers, and all of you. The young and the young in heart. You helped make this dream come true.
Power 923 Jams and the Arkansas Minority Health Commission encourages you to take the COVID-19 vaccine to help keep you and your loved ones safe. Involved in our community, the People Station, Power 923 Jams. KIPR Pine Bluff, Little Rock, KFOG, Little Rock, a Cumulus Media Station. And now, back to the jams. Hip-hop. Drake.
Girls want girls where I'm from. Yeah, well, girls want girls where
R&B. J. Howell.
Just 'cause I love you and you love me.
And now, bumping back-to-back continuous music with another fresh new jam. Heard here first on the People Station, Power 923 Jams.
loving it.
Loving y'all right back. Welcome back into Brayley's virtual tour live. Glad to have you all here. He's not wearing the ring because he didn't have one. You will see that later on the show. Thank you very much, Kim. Welcome in. Glad to have you here. See, this is why we talk about things, right? Thank you, Kim, so much. And you know what? Honestly, too, to tell you the truth, with that being said, there are rings like groove rings and other rings that, you know, they're like a plastic where you can wear it, you know, when you're like working construction or if you're on the road and all that stuff, you don't want to lose your ring. Hey, Aries Girl Podcast. Good to see you, gorgeous. Glad to have you here. So, you know, he could get a ring like that. But I will say this, Kim, this was my first time watching the episode, so I'm just interpreting it from how I see it. But I do appreciate that perspective because we don't know what we don't know, right? So I'm glad to know that. It's gonna be an interesting ride with this show. You know, we're almost done with Roa. Thank God. Listen, I love y'all, but I only do Roa for y'all. Okay. And looks like it will be a season 17. So, you know, when season 17 rolls around, we'll do that again. Like I said, most of the shows that I watch, y'all, like Nelly and Ashanti, I said don't do the show because they, you know, you got right? You're in private, all that stuff. But also, too, like, you know, these are both two legends, right? Even what Nelly did, which was damn stupid, and Ashanti agreed with us, y'all. She agreed with us that it was a dumbass decision. I didn't want their legacy to be tarnished with a reality show because, you know, Ashanti and Nelly are bigger than reality. They are. You know what I mean? But, hey, this is what they wanted to do. So it is what it is. So I was, you know, intrigued after seeing the trailer, but still. So, but yeah, we got this 90 Day Fiance, Hunt for Love, the end of Roa coming up. Definitely want to review Virgins as well. So there's a lot. And then the Braxtons are supposed to be coming back too. So a lot more content coming your way. Because why, ladies and gentlemen? Because why? I wonder how.
Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content.
I love playing that. Yes, indeed. Did you guys enjoy your barbecues? I got me some barbecue from Old Carolina Barbecue, child. I'm going to be on that a little bit later on tonight. So, yes, indeed. And by the way, this new Sweet Baby Ray kicking barbecue hot sauce, it's not too bad. It's not too bad. It reminds you of Louisiana hot sauce, just with a little more of a barbecue kick. Okay, so it's actually pretty good. Not too hot. So, but yep. Yes, indeed. So. Oh, my Lord Jesus. By the way, if you missed our Oprah Winfrey overview last night, I showed how there was a history of the Oprah Winfrey Network before Love and Marriage Huntsville ever came about. So please go watch that. You will be very surprised that Oprah has been that open, that honest, that transparent about the breakdown of OWN in the process of her leaving her 25-year hit daytime talk show as she was launching a network at the same time, and all the shows that aired before it. Because for some odd reason, people think that, you know, Love and Marriage Huntsville is the Oprah Winfrey Network, which, by the way, sidebar, why do y'all have 69% of y'all programming being Love and Marriage Huntsville? Come on now, that's not smart. Like, I get it, the Housewives, they're known for making Bravo. But OWN was built off of Oprah Winfrey and what the Oprah Winfrey Show was for 25 years. The Oprah Winfrey Show being on 24 hours a day. That is the format. And believe me, there are plenty of content creators out here that would love to be on OWN. And if you can find the right, you know, programming from YouTube and put that on OWN, and then you open up to more production companies besides Carlos, OWN could be saved. Because right now, OWN is a land of reruns. I even showed a video last night where Patty Moose said the reruns of OWN have her a little turned off. So the rerun problem happened way back then, the beginning days of OWN. So please go watch that. Really did a lot of work and research into that. So, but yep. Yes, indeed. So, hopefully everyone had a good week. This has been a week for sure with the Diddy verdict and the Verge aftermath and everything else. Like I said, I think my all-time favorite thumbnail, and Nikki News and Narcissism knows this, is Sean's John is on trial. I think that is one of my most clever, dastardly, like genius thumbnails I've ever done, because you really had to think about it for a minute. You know, it was almost like when the Kiki Jabbar one, I'm doing more saving and more doing at the Home Depot one. I promise you, I still laugh at that thumbnail every time. And then it was actually saying the phrase after that. No, it wasn't just saying the phrase, but it was showing the Home Depot commercial after that. That was hilarious. Oh my God. I agree. They probably should have done, because they're gonna be torn apart no matter what. Yeah, like you got her. Like what is this reality show for? That's why I truly agree with Kim. And Kim, I don't know if you just came in at the end of the show, or if you've been watching the whole time, but let me know what you think. Let me know what y'all think in the live chat below in the comment section. Did I go over everything? Was I too much? Did I underdo it rather? Let me know what you think. Like I said, when it comes to these reality show after shows, I try my very best to recognize that it's a show and only a show, okay, people? But also too, I put my media hat on to see, okay, from a media side, I see why they did this and that. But also too, I try to think of, would this actually flow in real life? And I try my very best to toe that line. I think I do a decent job, you know what I mean? But believe me, you're not gonna please everybody with your review. Believe me, you're just not. And honestly, it's better to not please anyone rather than pleasing everybody. Because when you please everybody, there's no fight there. And I'm not saying fight in terms of like, I hate you and you hate me, but there's no fight of trying to figure out how to understand a show, right? Because if everybody agrees on it, then what's the point of doing an after show? What's the point of reviewing it, right? But yes, indeed. So yeah, because like I said, I don't want to see at the end of the season that, you know, is what it is. Something happened. So I think all the episodes are up, so I don't even think they did like a reunion show, which, you know, it's the first season. What they're probably going to do is probably do like the Never Ever Met's the first season. They did not have a reunion, but they probably had like a, you know, months later type of thing, you know what I mean? And then probably for the second season they'll do a reunion, right? But like the reunion, because I'm trying to think who will be at the reunion. There will be Nelly, there will be Ashanti. Maybe the stylist would be there. I don't think KK's nanny would be there. But whoever's a part of the cast, I think they will all be at the reunion, right? And there you go. But yeah, it's not ensemble cast, right? It's Nelly and Ashanti. They are the stars of the show. So, but yeah. And of course, if you want to see it, you can always watch it on... Don't you just love our show? Yes. By the way, if you missed this morning's show, go back. It was a great show. This morning, talked about Nissan, talked about Wendy Williams, talked about Doo-Doo Garbage. Talked a lot today. Even did some math time on India Love's YouTube channel versus Haley Bailey's YouTube channel. And shocker, Haley Bailey is bigger than India Love on YouTube. What a concept. So go back and watch that show there. A lot of great shows this week. Like I said, the show where we talked about like LeBron James and Stephen A. Smith, you know, and Paramount, the breaking news of that Verge is in that live. So literally I was talking about the first destination, and then literally as I was getting ready to talk about the second destination, the breaking news for it happened within that. And so it was a lot, but that was one of our I mean, all the show. Here's the thing: I can't choose a favorite show. I can't choose a favorite tour that we've done because each tour has something different in it. But every show is meaningful to me because the time, the energy, the commitment, the intensity, and the bravado to put it all together, it means so much. And the fact that you guys embrace it means the world to me too. So with that being said, I'm gonna turn on my camera now because we done the whole show for over an hour. Yes, we have. Oh my Lord. So yep, if you guys got any questions about the show at all, let me know in the live chat below. Or just any questions in general about the week that was on the channel, and or you just got any questions all within reason. Talk to me, I'll talk back, and we'll be here for a little bit and chill out, and then I'll read the daily motivator, and then we'll head on out. But yeah. Oh man. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you, Kim. You went over everything. It was good. Thank you, my friend. And like I said, I'm going to try to do this either Friday, Saturday, or Friday and Sunday. But it just depends on what you guys want. I normally don't go live on the weekends because I like my weekends. But also, too, sometimes, being able to showcase yourself in different capacities does help. You know what I mean? And plus, not only that, it'll give you something to chew on for the week. And then, of course, as you guys know, July 13th starts the reunion, so we won't have anything this Monday for Roa. But yeah. But yes, indeed, gentlemen. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Ooh, Lord. Yes, indeed. But no, seriously, Nelly and Ashanti, I need y'all to start getting brand deals for furniture, please, and thank you. But yes, indeed. So what did y'all do today at y'all barbecues? Anybody act up today? Any arguments at all, or? Like I said, I didn't get to go to any barbecues or anything today. Just hanged out here at the house. I'm sure fireworks will be going off here relatively soon. I think Macy's might be doing something. I think they might be doing the Macy's 4th of July Spectacular night. I think it's supposed to be on NBC, I think. Because they usually do something for the 4th of July. But, listen. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So we'll chill out here and at least until 1 hour and 10 minutes. So like I said, if you guys want to chat with me, feel free. If not, you're chilling, enjoying each other's company. Glad to have all you here. Hey, thank y'all so much for the 5 likes. I appreciate y'all. And we are now at 3,160 subscribers. Thank you all so much for that. Really, really do appreciate y'all. I've been enjoying all the newness of the channel, new subscribers, new viewership. And, I think the reason why we're growing is because we are all about curiosity over here, purposeful diversity. And also too, not being afraid to stand 10 toes down in swinging, for content. I'm that person that I will do a deep dive live and on topic that maybe nobody cares about. And I will do it just to do it. You know what I mean? But as long as I'm having fun with it, then that's what brings me joy. Because if I'm not having fun doing this, then I shouldn't do it at all. And I think every content creator, when they first get started with YouTube or any platform, I promise you, when they finally get to the heights and stuff like that, I promise you, most of them will say to you, they never would have thought it. Like right now, we're at 640,000 total views right now. I would never thought that our channel would get to that, let alone any subscribers at all. So, I'm quite humbled by that. And, we're small but mighty. And just knowing how to hold it, know when to hold it, know when to fold it, know when to walk away and run and while you're counting your money sitting at the table. And also, too, you have to be authentic to your audience, too. I think that's really important. But number 3, if there is something that you don't care for, find a way to care about it. Like with Roa, for example, I find the humanity in the show I see the relatability that you guys watch for, and then I hold on to that. I utilize that to guide me through each review. Because there are some shows where I'm just like, okay, I would never watch this personally. But if I see the humanity in the show, I utilize that as my foundation for every show. And, some people, they'll watch a show and then they'll have their opinions before the show. I watch the episode. I take my notes. I, laugh at I laugh with the show while I'm watching it. Sometimes I might cry, I might have any emotion with it, but I never formulate my thoughts while I never formulate my thoughts while I'm watching the show, because I learned from Brian Williams a long time ago. By the time we come on TV, you'll know we'll have something to say. You just necessarily won't know what we have to say. And I have kept that as a tool for me. So anytime that you see me on tour, I'm going to have something to say about what's on the thumbnail, but you just won't necessarily know what's going to be said and how it's going to be said. And I think that is the most intriguing part. And here's the thing. Nobody knows what's going to be on my thumbnail. Like Nikki News, Aries Girl Podcast, as much as I love them, they have no idea what's going to be on the thumbnail. T-Talk with Your Girl has no idea what's going to be on my thumbnail before showtime, because I want that element of surprise to stay on this channel. I want you to feel like, damn, he did such a good job. How is he going to top it? And then it's like, good, he's talking about that shit too. Like, how is he doing this? So that element of surprise. And also, too, I respect y'all so much that, I do have, connections with some of you, off YouTube, right? But also, too, I don't talk to my audience before the show, right? I am usually resting before the show, because this platform, Brainley's Virtual Tour, and our mainstay, some of those You know what's funny? When I make the thumbnails for our regular schmegular shows, I'm always giving clues about like what the topic is going to be about, right? So when you see, the middle of the show, when you see the middle of the thumbnail with the words in it, like you read each one, and it's like, oh wow, okay. So yeah, I do leave clues, and sometimes I play with the culture, and I have a lot of fun with that. Thumbnails are art form. Believe me, it's because we've done over 1,000 shows. If somebody were to take every thumbnail that I've ever did and blown it up and put it on canvases and like showed me it like in an art gallery, I'm like, oh, I did all this? Good damn. You know what I mean? So we've done a lot over here, and we do a lot. We will continue to do a lot. That's why you always get so many shorts a day, because we cover so much. So the shorts are just basically what you just seen, right? So if you ever missed the show, just go to my shorts and you'll get the highlight. And it's literally from the show. So you're not missing anything, right? So yes, Nelly and Ashanti are married in real life. Yes, they are. They are married in real life for sure. Although I have to say, I think Ashanti Lee rolls off the tongue more than Ashanti Hayes. I'm just saying. I think Ashanti Lee rolls off the tongue a little bit more than Ashanti Hayes. I think that Ashanti Lee rolls off the tongue just a little bit more than Ashanti Hayes. No disrespect to Nelly, okay? No disrespect to Nelly at all. I know some of y'all like, really, Bray? Really, is that what we're doing? Oh, my Lord Jesus, I know. Oh, my Lord. All right, love you, Nikki News on Narcissism. See you soon, my friend. We'll hang out here for just a little bit longer, probably to 1:15, and then we'll head on out. But a great day today. Yes, indeed, there. So yeah, we'll chill out here for a little bit, and then we'll head on out. Whew, I'm tired. Oh, man. We will rock it out here. I think Nelly and Ashanti has been married, for like no, the certificate was in 2023. So let me see. Make sure my notes are right. Yeah, so 2023, 2024, 2025. So they will be married for about 3 years now. Wow, 3 years. Does this feel like 3 years? Good Lord. So yep, almost there to 1 hour and 15 minutes, and then we will head on out of here with the Daily Motivator. I am so glad to be back to regularly scheduled programming, y'all, because Lord Jesus, man, 10 shows a week, plus 11 with the Never Ever Mets. My Lord, that was a lot, y'all. I'm not gonna sit in front with y'all. It was fun to cover. Well, it wasn't fun to cover that. I mean, the tragedy that happened with that trial was just a fucking damn shame. But it was fun to be able to cover it with all of you in real time, for all the updates and the analysis and the perspective. I feel like the channel got to unlock a new muscle with the Diddy trial. I feel like everybody who covered it, whether you were in New York, and like I said, I hope all of those content creators are making it back home safe and sound. I'm sure that they will be back in New York on October 3rd. But to everybody in New York, y'all did y'all motherfucking things. You really, really did. Very, very proud of each and every single one of y'all. I sincerely mean that. And to everybody that, they covered it from the house. You did it every day, whether it was a video upload or a short, or you went live every day. Shout out to you, because that is work. Believe me. So yes, indeed, with that being said, let's get to the getting and make it do what it do from the Daily Motivator. Yes, indeed, greatday.com. Right here, let's get it up. All right, y'all, here we go, the Daily Motivator. How much more grievous are the consequences of anger than the causes of it? Marcus Aurelius. Very interesting. It's time for the Daily Motivator for Friday, July 4th, 2025. Amazing capabilities. Do the hard stuff. Take on the difficult challenges. Seek not what is easiest, but what is most consequential. Demonstrate to yourself how much life matters by the ways you choose to spend your time and effort. Commit yourself to a worthy purpose, and then honor that commitment with everything you have. Experience the meaning of life instead of just speculating about it. Remain an active participant in your own existence and fulfillment. Continue to improve your ability to make a positive difference in your world. Recognize opportunity in every situation. Exercise your wisdom, skill, time, and effort to transform that opportunity into lasting value. You are blessed with amazing capabilities, the freedom to use them. Be always eager to make the most of that good fortune. Ralph Morrison. You know, I think about the amazing capabilities we all have as people and how we can create and how we can destroy. I do believe as a country, we know how to destroy more than create. It's a damn shame. I wish it would change. The only way it will change is if we unite the creators and lock out the destroyers, right? So if you want to be a part of construction, then you have to be a creator. That's the first thing I'll tell you about amazing capabilities. The second thing I'll tell you about amazing capabilities is that exercise your wisdom, skill, time, and effort to transform that opportunity into lasting value. The only way anything will have value is by what you give to it. If you feel like what you do has no value, then guess what? No one else is going to see that it's going to have any value. But if you see it has value, then other people will invest in you as well. Right, so that's the second thing. And then finally, you are blessed with amazing capabilities and the freedom to use them. You have the freedom to use your amazing capabilities. You have the freedom to use your amazing capabilities. And, you know, I thought about this when it came to the world of social media, right? We talked about how, you know, TikTok, for example, right? They are on the fritz. I saw recently that TikTok cut some people from their e-commerce division of the company. And I really thought about how, you know, so many people get so locked in to a vehicle that they forget they're the platform. So I want to be able to work on my platform full time, not the vehicle full time. So remember, you have the freedom to not be so boxed in. And when you recognize that, you can utilize any vehicle for a purpose, right? So with that being said, it's time for the best outro on YouTube. Know what you do and do what you know. Never say you want special, because you are always born a blessing and trust. You may not be where you want to be, but at the end of it, you'll be where you need to be. Do what you've been chosen to do. Why? It's one thing to call yourself, is nothing to be chosen. One love, much love, all love. I have spent time with you. You have spent time with me. And hopefully, by spending time together, Rise will be great together. And always remember, where you're doing radio, television, YouTube, living your best life, or just recognizing that that some things are better left in private. If you share everything with the world, then what is there for you to enjoy? Make sure the replay is not just right for you to watch it, not just right for you to listen to it, but for you want to experience it again. I love you. I value, I embrace you all. Always remember, receive love, you got to give it. Receive love, you got to give it. In order to receive love, you got to give it. Whatever obstacles you have overcome, whatever successes you have achieved upon this particular day, I'm extremely proud of you, but no one's proud. You be proud of your damn self. And finally, y'all, sincerely, I think that the reason why we get the content we get is because we consume the content we consume. Now, you can say, well, Braylon, it's not our fault. It's what's served to us. Just because it's available to be served to you doesn't mean you have to consume it. Always remember that. Commercial break and fireworks coming your way for the day that was, for the day that's to come, for the blessings on the way for you and all of us as a society, as a people, as a culture. I feel the love, and I send it right back to you. Have a great Juneteenth weekend, everybody, for the Black people and minority indigenous people of color, and for everybody else, happy 4th of July. One love, much love, all love. Once again, I feel the love and send it right back to you. Bye, everybody.
I thought I should tell you, they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you, and you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now, they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you, they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you, and you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now, they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you, they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that...
Good evening. My name is Mark Woodbury. I'm the chairman and CEO of Universal Destinations and Experiences. Well, we're finally here. Tomorrow we begin a new chapter at Universal Orlando Resort as we open Epic Universe. We built this place for you. I want to thank you, our fans, for your love of our stories, characters, and immersive experiences that inspired this incredible place. Epic Universe represents over 8 years of meticulous planning, immense creativity, and innovation, combined with unmatched craftsmanship and operational excellence on the part of thousands of people who have brought to life the stories and characters that live beyond each of Epic's portals. But it represents so much more. Your love of Universal and the deep connections we've shared together here in Orlando over the past 30 years inspired us to dream bigger and to push the boundaries to create something extraordinary for you and for generations of fans and families to come. And tomorrow, as we open Epic Universe, I can't wait for you to experience this place for yourself. Now it's your turn to step inside, to lose yourself, and to share this place with the ones you love most. As we open this park, we hope your world becomes a little more epic. Tomorrow, Epic Universe becomes yours. Good evening. My name is Mark Woodbury. I'm the chairman and CEO of Universal Destinations and Experiences. Well, we're finally here. Tomorrow we begin a new chapter at Universal Orlando.
Prepare for a journey beyond imagination, beyond belief, beyond anything you've experienced before. Universal Epic Universe, a new theme park where you'll step through extraordinary portals to 5 immersive worlds. Prepare for a cosmic voyage of discovery, an isle of fire-breathing excitement, a shadowy world of monsters and mystery, new wonders in the wizarding world, and a new way to play. Plus the splendor of a magnificent resort hotel overlooking the park. It's all new excitement at Universal Orlando Resort. A week's worth of vacation thrills with 4 amazing theme parks, a variety of spectacular themed hotels, and incredible dining and entertainment. It's all at Universal Orlando Resort, where you'll find new adventures every day. Explore the astonishing worlds of Universal Epic Universe at Universal Orlando Resort.
Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content.